Hello, folks, and welcome back for these final pre-game thoughts in advance of the Springboks semifinal match. England hosting the Springboks right behind me there at the Stade de France this evening, 9 p.m. Paris, South Africa time, 8 p.m. the British Isles, 3 in the afternoon here in the East Coast of the United States, or on the East Coast of the United States. Welcome back. Yeah, let's get into this. First off, the thing we got to deal with out front is Ben O'Keefe is the official. Lots of belly aching by the French last week. Lots of compliments by the Springboks, but quite frankly, I think both sides had legitimate issues with some of what was happening. At the same time, Ben O'Keefe got some calls absolutely spot on. A lot of calls, actually. So, let's give the guy a break. Blind as a bat, Ben O'Keefe gets a break from me today, unless he cocks this one up. But at the Stade de France, it will be full of thousands, up to 80,000 throngs of French supporters singing their national anthem and chanting Allez le bleu, allez le bleu. But the blue are not in this contest. No blue whatsoever in any of the uniforms. So let's deal with the elephant in the room. Cobus Reinach, who plays his professional game in Montpellier in France, received a death threat sent to him, including an image of his child on there. Absolutely ridiculous and disgusting and shameful. French counterintelligence services and law enforcement should by now have already located the miscreant who did this, but we've heard no updates. Springboks players, coaches, and supporters have rallied behind Cobus Reinach in the wake of absolutely ridiculous death threats because he played superbly and defeated France in the quarterfinal. France lost. There's no reason to go after Cobus Reinach whatsoever. This is shameful behavior. As far as this game, England could win this game. And a lot of Springbok supporters are hedging their bets saying, well, England could win. Well, of course they could win. And donkeys just flew by. No, I'm just kidding. Donkeys fly. But seriously, England could win the game. And that's if South Africa comes out of the blocks with leaden feet. If South Africa comes out of the blocks with useless defense, and they've shown huge gaps in their defense against Tonga and now against France, which almost cost them the game. But overall, the incredible play, the quality of talent, and the ability off the bench, it will make the difference in this game if it's close. So the South African win it. My prediction, Springboks win this game, running away. Yesterday's game between Argentina and the All Blacks was, of course, a stinker and a snoozer. And it was ridiculous to see the paid shills, those who work for World Rugby, former rugby players, commentators, doing all their videos this past week after the absolutely bat crap crazy, unbelievable quarterfinal games. All four of them were amazing. 3 incredibly so. 1 also was good. After that, how do you top that? Well, they tried to talk up the games. Well, it's going to be a cracker of a weekend. It'll be amazing. Look at what's coming our way. It's the All Blacks in Argentina. Are you serious? The Pumas looked atrocious in this World Cup. Nothing against the Pumas. I root for them many times, but they were not in this World Cup. Very fortunate to get by Japan and slide into the quarterfinals where they didn't deserve to be. Japan would have been a much more interesting opponent against the All Blacks. Not that they would have won, but at least they would have been alive. The Pumas, 0 tries, just like they opened up this stinker of a World Cup, 0 tries against England. Well, it's that aforementioned England that will take on the Springboks today. And look for some big performances out of Cheslin Colby, also out of Manu Lubbock, Cobus Reinach, Dwayne Vermeulen, Peter Steph Dutoy, possibly also Sia Khaleesi with a big game here. And, of course, Eben Etzebeth had a monster game last time. We'll see what happens there. And then for the Brits, keep an eye on their wings. Watch for Johnny May. Also, keep an eye on players like Mario Itoje, who, in my view, hasn't had a particularly good World Cup. But this might be a game where he steps up as a lock and gets something accomplished for his team in there, winning the ball and winning some of those breakdowns. So we'll see. But my final thoughts, Springboks win this game, and we see an all-Southern Hemisphere final in Paris, right here at the Stade de France next week. And then England can play Argentina for 3rd place. If Pumas can get their game together, they could get themselves a bronze again, which they did in the previous World Cup. All right, folks. Boca. Get it done, boys. Bring it home. We need to play the All Blacks so we can beat the All Blacks in a final. And they will never live that down. Good luck, South Africa.